So just a quick bit about the blog. We Thanksgiving assistance features that we're doing investing in the blog county. I think in the last week alone we've got over 243-ish or 44 tickets that have all been updated, all been applied to. You guys are contributing every single one of the ticket updates. We've kind of put together the tickets in a very concise way of showing them the updates inside of the blog and access. Like if you go and use, make sure I put everything down. All right, make sure I put the right tab here. The new Las Vegas video will be going in here on the pages to show you guys as well. There's going to be a video of here. Everything again, everything's going to kind of be free. You're really young in a different way to that office because it's just on every browser. It's really, really good. So we're taking all that into mind when building that. Going into the blog here. A lot of the updates, some of them are smaller updates, like we have a lot of the sharing issues on Trinity. You mentioned a lot about the Scene 3 in your tickets that I saw when I was organizing them, and over at Scene 3, a lot of it was you guys just a video following your flag and we're making sure to go on your feedback as we're going through the blog and updating it. But the biggest thing I have to say about the blog right now is it's still a progression. We're still building it all. Making sure that you guys are actionable. We're still a progression watching everybody next week. If you have any major concerns or any major updates for me to be working in to get with the teams on, please let me know. I do want everybody to know that tutorials are being built and edited. So you're going to see a slew of tutorials in the back office and in the blog for users to know exactly how to do all of this. Because even if you're familiar, even if you're not familiar with WordPress, some of this stuff is not necessarily complicated anymore, but some of it can be, there's a tiny, tiny where you're almost done. But we don't want people to be asking the question, well, how do I get my offer box set up? My team is going to definitely ask for the numbers. Please let us know now because we want to go. That's it on this side.
So thank you, Travis, for bringing that up. One thing to add to the list, that Lawrence, I'm guessing you are talking about not the 8 megapixels that Alex has on his camera phone, but you are actually talking about the tracking pixels. Is that what you're talking about for retargeting? Lawrence 10. Lawrence?
Okay.
Got it. So, Travis, let's add that to our list of, I'd like to talk about that. Sorry, go ahead.
Well, just to answer, we are going to talk about the tracking.
I think we've already been talking about this, so.
You haven't done the data. Digital marketers can't plan. They're doing cost per pixel versus cost per hit or cost per lead. So they're spending money just dropping pixels on the wall. And of their sales come from pixel retargeting. I think if that's the way that the industry's going to go, I think we can lead the industry because we're a blogging platform.
Hey Lawrence, just because I'm curious, who brought up the statistic that 50% of their sales are coming from pixel retargeting?
Molly did.
Okay, then that means it's accurate. Got it. No. The only reason I'm asking is that, there are certain people in that organization that know the math called she's one. So that's why.
Yeah.
Cool. So as far as pixels, are you talking about a functionality on our blog to have people place pixels on them, the rep's ability to place pixels on them? Tell me more about the functionality.
I would say initially, most of it to be affiliate. I would leave it all in Power's hands for now. And even to get like a keyframe thing where you physically do retargeting just to our members, that would be first step. Don't have masters, you guys should just be doing a constant stream of all the cool things that master has, whatever. You guys should control that. And you guys get cut out of it too.
No. I'm glad you brought it up. I mean, my biggest fear in freeing up being able to install pixels was cookie stuffing. So that's what I didn't want to see happen.
Yeah.
For those of you that are familiar, there's nothing to do with the cookies that you eat. But cool. So as long as you guys are working on that, and if you've been talking with Travis and Jamie, it's probably on the dev list as far as how we can do it. And then Lawrence, is there anything you want to share with everyone else? I know you just came from a DM event. Is there anything you picked up that you think would be beneficial for everybody?
Yeah.
Other than starting an obscene text thread between Perry and myself?
I think we have an awesome opportunity to just kill it. I mean, I think I'm just so excited. Just the fact that empower people, not gonna empower people in terms of our customers, but their customer base, there was 180 people that came to their event. 95% of them understood business. And so that kind of opened my eyes, we should be targeting these types of people. These are people all, I mean, there was a mosquito guy who sold franchises for $4,000. I'll probably sold one or two. He sold like 400. And he was like, I'm just learning marketing. I think if our targeting is tighter, kind of like how DM does it, and just educates them on the front end and then sells them on the back, I think we have a really good opportunity to really, really good. The last comment is they sold a $2,000 product, and then the event afterwards was like 200 of the certification class for 500. Certification class, but it's nice to kind of say it's
Roland would be very upset if you were saying that.
I'm not Roland for friends now, but I would say the same.
No, I know.
In our state. But the killer thing was, they're like, bring your laptop, you have PowerScript, and you're going to work on your laptop. You literally just had a notebook there. But because everyone thought it was a workshop, and you literally used it for, 10 minutes to type an email, the positioning and I think the quality of what you thought you were getting just instantly made them a little more expensive. And I think if we do that on a smaller scale, we could just kill it. And funny thing, the number one thing everyone wanted to learn, how do you install a pixel? So.
Yep, they do an incredible job. I love that organization. I will tell you, spoiling a little bit of the surprise, we are kind of in the process that we're unique in the sense of who we started serving and who we want to be serving are two very different audiences. And so right now, what you're seeing with the simplification and reimagining of what the core product line looks like, once that is done, merged, and simplified, it will then begin to change from an MLM or solely MLM focus to more of a generally applicable online marketing focus. So rather than it being necessarily top producer formula, it might be connect, convert, more of a general perspective, because what you're talking about, the market that digital marketer appeals to is huge. It's far larger than just the MLM space. When you can broaden it into something that you can have a dentist sitting next to a chiropractor, sitting next to a franchisor, sitting next to a woman that sells her homemade jewelry, sitting next to a person that's selling Zango. That is going to be kind of a direction that, but again, that's further on down the line. So pixels, that is something we can definitely do. So let's go ahead and then also, obviously, the new background office, we went over that. The mobile app alpha is the next thing that you are actually going to be getting access to so that we can break that. Travis, do we have a tentative date on the alpha rollout for Leadership Council?
That would actually be better discussed by Jamie. I can't let all the leaders know that I'm constantly working on translation. So they're going to see 6 languages in that app. that I can't say bad AF, there's no joking. It would be funny if people laugh. JD,
Don't even joke.
you know, not happening.
So, December 15th is I will say that is the anticipated. That is when we'll see the first episode.
Excellent. So that is going to be, again, alpha release. Our goal with anything that we bring to market is to bring it to you guys first, have you break it, get it out to our existing distributor base, have them break it, and then it becomes something that's public. So that is the new process, and from everything we've seen so far, it's being received very, very positively. The community's enjoying being a part of the iteration rather than just, here you go, it's done. So has been going very, very well. That is what I basically had on my formal agenda. Just so you guys know, Mars is in studio today, filming for the upcoming funnel. So given the deadline that I gave them, they have less than 0 free time. They're even working on bathroom breaks at this point. So he is going to be writing an update for you guys tonight on the progress of the upcoming funnel and where everything is at. So that's going to be forthcoming via the email. He wanted to be here in person, but he's shooting videos. So, hi, Kuan Yin. Hello. And is she just sitting there typing away? Is that what she's writing? Is a sales letter? Is that why she's so focused?
Yeah, we teach them pretty young in this household.
Very nice, very nice. And speaking of which, Justin, did you go see the preview for the new Star Wars movie? Were you in line for those theaters?
I didn't know they showed it like in the movies. I just saw the YouTube video.
Yeah, they did some special like preview in 30 theaters. I figured you would be there with your lightsaber and everything. If I had a lightsaber, I would have gone, but I didn't. So
Wow. It's crazy. It sounds like I'm a Star Wars fan, but I'm not I don't know everything about it. I watched Star Wars more recently, not like when I was younger, and I'm just like, this is some cool shit. And I just ran with my lightsaber and thought it was cool.
Rock on. So apparently there's an equal balance of hippie and Jedi. I got it. So guys, that essentially ends the formal agenda. We covered the VIP day and the strategy for this event, and letting you also know that we are completely open and prepared as as this new sales funnel goes live and we get the log released in public. We're absolutely happy to begin making that third day an exclusively all-in day, where you either have to be all in to get there or you have to get all in to get there. So this is a step in that direction. We went from purely company revenue to company and field benefit to field benefit solely. That's the third, iteration that we're moving towards. So, just ask when the formulas will be merged with the old products. Travis, do we have a tentative date right now that we're working towards for the product merge?
We're working towards December 8th.
December 18th. So, the goal actually is for the merge to take place before the new sales funnel goes live. Mike Hopp says, I clearly understand the VIP day, the all-in day. Okay. Mike, let me clarify this. So the languaging is, it is a VIP day. However, if you are all in, you have the ability to attend. Meaning, if you're not all in and you're a VIP, you're going to get to go to the VIP day. You're going to get the additional 4 implementation workshops that we're doing following it. You're going to get your workbook. You're going to get your advanced seating, all of the VIP benefits. If you are not a VIP, but you are all in, you get to attend that day. You're just not going to get the event recordings. You're not going to get the additional, implementation workshops. You're not going to get any of that. You get to be there live in the room, but you don't get any of the added benefits. With, again, the goal being that come our event in April, that will be something that day is exclusively an all-in day. That's the goal. All right, that satisfied Mr. Hobbs. As it relates to the product merge, the survey results and the general consensus last time we discussed this was that everyone who owns the products now will be qualified for the same level of commission that they're at now. So in other words, if you're qualified to 15K, you're going to be qualified to Team Builder Formula. But if you don't own Team Builder Formula, you will need to pay an upgrade fee to have access to that content, because that's what allows us to not piss off the people that did purchase it already. So everyone will be qualified at whatever product level they already own However, if they want the content from the new products, they will need to purchase it. Does that make sense for everybody? And right now, we're looking at the one-time upgrade fee being, I think, Travis, we were talking about $497 is the one-time upgrade fee to get access to the content?
Correct.
What's going on with Flower Alliance? Are we going to be playing Flower Alliance for all
For the
those
upgrade
properties? Yeah.
For the upgrade fee, Travis is gonna find that out actually, because it's part of the merge. We need to find out if the back office can do, essentially, it's almost a dual genealogy, because we're using the original genealogies from the original products, because that's where the teams are the most intact. But we don't know if we can overlay a second genealogy on top of that, or pay based on that genealogy. So that I need to give you an update on. If we find that, we can't, or, we'll have to adjust for it, but that's part of the merge, and, we've got 9 days to figure it out. Silvio, you just asked if they buy the formulas now and not 15K Costa Rica and Masters, what will happen? They will have, go ahead, Trev.
No, I was just gonna say, if they currently don't own those products now, they're just gonna, it's gonna be the same as Costa Rica, 15K, and Masters. So inevitably, Costa Rica 15K and Masters are going to kind of become products within the new product. Costa Rica will be within Alchemist formula, 15K, the team member formula, and Masters, and then Masters will, so if someone goes and buys the top producer formula, afterwards, they're going to see Costa Rica, and they're all products.
That's correct, Silvio. It's included in the new product, so they're not going to pay for it twice. All right, so hopefully that answers Silvio's question. Interestingly enough, everyone that's on video talking is not asking, but the chat box is going nuts. Silvio, the time you'll want to tell them to buy the formula products will be when they're made the core line of products, which will happen on December 18th following the merge. So, anybody else? Comments, questions, curiosities? And thank you, by the way, for KGB, Justin, and Elena for being on video. It's nice to see your smiling faces, as well as having seen Lawrence as well. 3D Secure, Silvio, we are actually in talks with 3D Secure and Verified by Visa. We're just needing to find out if we can turn them on based on country location, because what we don't want to do is we don't want to have them across the board, because they do reduce conversion significantly. Elena? Cannot hear. Let me see if I can unmute Elena manually. It's not showing you as muted, Elena.
Okay, Jonathan, so as far as new funnel, for Flower, that's been shot this week, can we incorporate pixels into that for household gauges, neck shaders, for admin makers?
I'm sorry, Alex. I was actually typing a response to Silvio's question about 3D Secure. What was the question?
About pixels again, about pixels, not cookies, just pixels.
Trav?
The new funnel.
Trav, Jamie, where are we with the pixel discussion?
What's that? I'm going to eat. Okay. I'll be back. I'll be here. I think I got this. Yeah, I'll show you a couple things when you get back.
That's up to you guys the next 24 hours. But it is something that we have to talk about, how we're working into how we're going to move this.
All right, so we'll figure out the pixel side tonight. We'll give you guys an update. Silvio, just in case you didn't see, I think you saw the chat. I'll have an update on 3D Secure this week. And Elena, info about the merge products, qualifications, upgrades, and writing. Yes, Travis, Elena's asking for a written update that outlines everything that's going to take place with the merge, so I will trust you to handle that one. And, okay, so Elena, what I was talking about, products, MLM or internet, both, et cetera. So
What's that?
we kind of have a product line.
I think just grab my keys on the table up there, counter.
You are not in marketing. The products don't immediately offer you any value. That if you're a chiropractor, if you're a dentist, if you're whatever, you're going to have a very hard time finding what you want. Or I shouldn't say hard time. It's just not it's not written for you. That if you go through it, you're going to pull out a lot of knowledge, but it's not built for you. So what our goal is to begin positioning the content both in name, brand, and how it's sold, as well as cleaning up the content so that it is more mass market appropriate, so that it is just as effective for someone in MLM, because their goal is the same as someone who
Whatever the
has
chicks.
All right,
Back
I'll see you on the,
online.
How are you capturing?
Half hour before showtime.
okay, I'll get you the link. Anthony will get you the link. So you can be a
Those are the only three
panelist.
questions that really matter. You know, where do you find it?
and we'll see.
Do you have,
And
do you have a
the goal
web
of the
page
product
that you
line
want to send
is
people
over
to
the
get
next
the free,
12
you're
months,
gonna
see
free
it
month of coaching?
transition to
Is it-
something
No,
where like,
no, we're not gonna have anything free this week.
Not this time.
If you're sitting down getting your hair
Just,
done, you have a line of
just show
products you can
Yep.
put in your hairdresser. This is how you can pack your chair and your.
Yep, so we just gotta get through it bug free. We'll see how that goes.
Right now, if you were saying to your hairdresser, hey, here's what you.
Yeah,
need.
Fabian's
Go grab
freaking
the blog,
power's
go
out, so
grab,
one day I need
you know,
them.
the
Power's out.
producer form. She's like,
So there's a
well,
couple bugs I'm trying to work out.
I don't
but-
get it.
Otherwise, it's
So
fine.
it's not a departure.
So, all right, buddy.
It's more
See ya.
goals that represent a larger market that we can draw from. Patrick, I saw your question there about selling Costa Rica at 15K. You will continue, everything will continue as it is now until December 18th. That's when the merge will be happening. Travis is going to have a written announcement for you guys, so you're all in the know about exactly what's going to happen, so you can also work with your teams on it. But nothing changes at this moment in time until then. So all that would happen is if someone buys Costa Rica and 15K today, they will be qualified for commissions and selling Top Producer and Team Builder. And then if they want the content for Top Producer and Team Builder, there is going to be a one-time upgrade fee. We're looking at $497, and we may make it less just to match the previous price that was paid. We haven't decided that entirely yet. A lot of it will depend on if we can make it commissionable with a double genealogy or not. If not, the price will drop considerably so that we can make it as easy as possible for everyone to have the new content while respecting the people that took action earlier. So those are the motivations we're trying to have. And Lawrence, it's actually Lawrence commented regarding the digital marketer event having mostly traditional businesses. That is by far, Lawrence, the direction that they've been trying to go forever. Anyone in the business opportunity space wants to go legit and begin attracting business owners because they're more stable, they're more committed. You know, BizOp people, if you haven't ROI'd it in 7 days, you're pissed. Business owners have spent, 7 years in med school before they made any money. So the mentality of how hard they're willing to work and how much they're willing to invest is completely different. That's why, that's why they go that way. Elaine, are you talking about Lawrence sounding like Frank Kern or me sounding like Frank Kern? And we're not supposed to use his name. He might be listening. Just kidding. Okay. So, ladies and gentlemen, hopefully that answered question and a half or so. What else is on your mind? Kuan Yin, do you have anything to add? Looks like you've got a delicious bottle of some type of mineral water or tea. Aloe. Oh, very nice. Very nice. Good for you. Okay. So, guys, with that, I'm going to pause ever so lovingly for anyone to bring up any issue that they would like. Other than that, if no one's going to raise their hand, Sylvia just asked me about implementing 3D Secure. Sylvia, what we're trying to do is there's two programs that do that, Verified by Visa and 3D Secure. 3D Secure is more popular internationally. Verified by Visa is more common in the United States. The goal would be to implement it and have it be what would remove the manual ACH process, because the manual ACH process exists to have what we have not yet found out is if we can implement Verified by Visa in a way that doesn't work for all transactions. Because you have a gateway over here, and you've got transactions and stuff coming through the gateway. The gateway balances to merchants here, here, and here. So this thing in the middle moves you to different merchants and takes transactions in from all of this. I don't know if I have the ability to have a gateway that uses Verified by Visa and a gateway that doesn't. because the main concern is if we put verified by Visa out over the whole gateway, every transaction, even down to the $25 monthly recurrings, they will have to register for verified by Visa because less than 20% of cards, even in the United States, are already registered with it. So it would mean that 4 out of 5 people that are going through our checkout process, they will have to leave the purchasing page and register the card. So that was all we were trying to figure out, Silvio, is if we can install it and have it be country specific or have it be transaction specific. That's what we haven't been able to get an answer on yet. Okay, and yes, Elena, the plan right now is that we are going to be having every Tuesday, Thursday webcasts as content for everyone in the field to continue plugging in. Patrick, I know you just mentioned any type of payment processors without pullback possibilities. I'm assuming by pullback you mean refund or chargeback, right? Assuming you mean payment processors without refund or chargeback capabilities, there's only one form of payment in any form of, either wires, which wouldn't actually change the refund policy. The only current transaction that has no refund policy at all attached to it is cryptocurrencies. So if we were accepting Bitcoin like that, there's no refund at all with Bitcoin. Even bank transfers, Patrick, don't really solve the refund or chargeback issue, because if someone sends us a bank transfer and they want their money back, legally we're required to give it to them. So although it technically makes it harder for them to get it back, we would still have to honor it the exact same way. And as I've shared with you guys, we continue to try and strike the balance between what's best for our affiliates and what the industry expects. The Direct Selling Association, which is the lobbying body that kind of monitors the whole industry, they request a 12-month refund policy. So just so you guys know what the rest of the industry dealing in physical products expects, it's a 12-month refund policy. Obviously, we're not going that direction. But I just want to be clear that when you look at what the industry offers, we are still very, very aggressive. And yes, Lawrence, I see your text, and I'm not kidding. It's actually a 12-month policy on products. And Herbalife has now actually extended that to even be opened and finished product. So it's refund policies are largely becoming something that is more viewed as an investment in staying in business, not a policy to try and get around. So it's just the regulatory environment we're in, guys. I know we talked about this. I don't know if you guys follow it, but there was GoFund Places was just shut down a week or two ago by the SEC. It was followed up by a giant article talking about the fact that GoFund Places and the investigation was something that's prompting, a lot more attention to online opportunities as well. So we continue to do everything we can to protect the longevity of what you guys have built here. And, we'll continue to find ways to take payments that make sense and do good business, and we'll continue to be as aggressive as possible. So 14 days is definitely a lot better than 12 months.
Can I speak with another question?
Sure.
Regarding to our old e-commerce products, some are a little bit outdated. Some we need more training in some other subjects. And there is any in the organization thinking about what's missing and what are the trainings that we need to reduce it, and having it online and put, for instance, the hangouts that we do on Thursdays or something, a list of this in our community for every thing that is missing, and start to producing updated training to put it there as soon as possible, or when we will start this, or if you don't ever start it or something like that. You know what I mean?
Hey, Travis, maybe you can tell Silvio a little bit about the process you've been going through of streamlining the products to remove anything outdated, and then also talk plans for expansion.
I can absolutely do that. And I'm sorry, Silvio, I'm not allowed to include any jokes in it, so I'm going to be super serious when we're talking about this. The old product, everybody knows that when they first came out, they had, really great training events. In Costa Rica, we have an NPO module in there, and then engage, they're getting into more technical training with, a module here for their day, a module here for their team. At the time, they're really beneficial. Those trainings were really powerful. Everybody, was like, wait to get, okay. Right now, if you try to pull out the same strategy, we're in Google Panda Penguin, Google's just going on available digital, every 2 weeks. So we've got to stay consistent, we've got to stay updated on even modules, even if it's one module within a product that's not already